housing that thing on the first game I played in against the Rams.
That's a hell of a welcome. That's a good one.
I dropped it, picked it up, and housed it. And I can remember going downtown to the mall. I bought 11 Gucci watches for the whole punt return team.
Special teams? Oh, man, this is electric.
And I wrote on the card, every fourth down, I just wanted y'all to know what time it was.
That is so good. Welcome back to New Heights, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a Wondery show brought to you by Reese's Oreo Cups, the delicious peanut butter cups with the Oreo cookie combined. Goddamn. We are your hosts. I'm Travis Kelce and my big brother Jason Kelce out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Subscribe on YouTube, Wondery Plus, wherever you get your podcasts, and follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with one S for fun clips throughout the week. That's 92%ers. We got an incredible guest episode, man. He's been one of the main people that I've looked up to my entire life that I've always wanted to get on this show, and it's finally happening.
It's pretty incredible.
We got a great episode. Jason, why don't you do the honors and tell everybody what we got coming up today?
Well, before we get to that, Travis, let's put them on.
Ooh, baby.
There we go. Oh, we got a fun one right now.
Let's see what time it is. Oh, yeah. Hold up. Excuse me. Yeah, I think money's on the line, baby.
Alrighty, our guest today is a 6'1" shutdown quarterback from Florida State University. He was the 5th overall pick in the 1989 NFL draft. He's a 6-time All-Pro, 8-time Pro Bowler, 1-time Defensive Player of the Year, and a member of the NFL Hall of Fame. He's a 2-time Super Bowl champion and the only person in history to play in a Super Bowl and a World Series. You know him as Neon Deion, Prime Time, and most recently, Coach Prime. 92%ers, please welcome Deion Sanders.
That's how I'm waking up now. I'm not getting up in my bed unless I hear that. I'm not getting up.
Coach, it's the least we can do, man. Goodness. We appreciate you taking the time, man. How we doing this week? We getting the guys. We getting the guys back on track.
We got no choice. We ain't no choice. Right?
There we go. Right. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, Coach. I'm right there with you, man. Listen, how did we walk into the building today? That's what I want to know, man.
Yeah, you know what, man? The whole thing is accountability. That's my word of the week. Everybody's accountable, baby. Everybody's accountable. We got to step it up. We got to go to the next level. And you can't want the good, pretty, shiny stuff if you're not ready to do the good, pretty, shiny things.
Right.
I love it. Well said, man.
Well said.
Getting after it. That's exactly the message that Coach Reid actually had for us is just accountability, man. As long as you're bringing that energy and you're holding yourself accountable, we're going to be just fine. We're going to be just fine.
It's going to be all right.
Well, Coach, we start everything off with a little bit of new news, and how about you start us off with a little bit of that new news? I know you're recently dropping your new Prime 21 apparel.
Yes, sir.
High stepper socks, cowboy hats.
Listen, hold on, listen.
These shades, bro. These shades are ridiculous.
Shades of both.
Man, these are nice.
Shades of both.
Come on now.
I'm gonna tell you something about the socks. See, Kelce. Back in the day, they thought I just wore my socks scrunched down, but I actually had them made like this.
What? I didn't know that. Everybody's been faking it this whole time.
Yeah, everybody's been trying to replicate. They can't do it.
They were made like this. So when I pulled them up, it just had that appearance. It had that look, but they were made like that.
I love it. Hell yeah.
Like, listen, everybody wants to be like Prime. At what point in your life, Coach, did you know you had people gravitating towards you because of the personality that you had?
I was a little, like you wouldn't believe it now because I know when I got to put on, I got to show out. I got to show up and show out. But I'm a homebody, man. I don't go out. I don't club. I don't kick it. I don't smoke. I don't drink. Never taste alcohol. Never been high a day in my life. I don't like out. Like I don't mind playing in front of crowds and selling stadiums out, but I don't like crowds. I don't like to be in crowds or around a lot of people. I'm a home guy. Like I'm in bed by 7, man. Like I never went out after games because I always had migraines because I was so hyped during the games. Coming down always gave me migraines. So I had to go home with ice packs on my neck and they had no cure for it. I had all kind of stuff going on, but I could never celebrate like that. I never was that type of guy that my persona led me to be.
I hear you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that is, the persona is definitely what everybody knows you as, the freaking prime time. I mean, come on now. That was our entire childhood. Watching that was incredible.
I'm just glad they're bringing back the kicks.
Yeah.
I'm just glad they're bringing back the kicks.
Which one?
The Diamond Turfs.
Which one?
Every colorway, man. Every single colorway.
Which one you need, Kelce? Which one?
You know I got all of them, Coach. You know I got all of them. I need every single one. They don't make it with good leather like this anymore, Coach. I appreciate you bringing them back.
Like, still a Colorado, but now the thing that's changed this year is your sons aren't there anymore.
Oh, yeah.
What's it been like now that your kids have moved on in their careers? What's it like coaching now?
Tough jokes.
Yeah,
that they clowning me right now, and I'm clowning them right back. Like I just got another phone with Shadore, and it's just, we got this family chat, then we got the girls involved with the chat, then we just got all the boys and all the girls. We got all different kind of chats because I got 5 kids. So right now they on my butt. I just told Shadore, I know you miss me. He said, "No, I know you miss me."
Don't get it twisted.
But you know what, man? I definitely miss them because just all my life they've been there. They've been there, and they've been right there with me the whole separate way. My oldest son is still here and doing all the social stuff. But I definitely miss my other 2 sons. I certainly do. And my daughter that was playing basketball here. She's at Alabama A&M right now.
That had to be such a special time in your life to be able to do that with your kids like that, man. I think everybody in the football world could only dream of being able to do something that you did like that, man.
We don't know no other way. We didn't know another way. Like all our lives, that's the only way we knew. So we never knew another way of how it's supposed to be. We thought that's how it's supposed to be.
You got a new quarterback under your hands, Martin Luther Staub. Man, with the I had a dream of being here and doing it. The interview after the first game was electric, man. But right now it's I'm not sure how the NIL world has changed what you knew college to be when you were at Florida State. But how difficult is that navigating the new world that is amongst the NIL deals in college?
Let me take you back a minute. I think I was actually the first NIL deal because my junior year, I didn't play baseball at Florida State, but I got drafted by the Yankees. So I accepted professional cash, which allowed me to be a walk-on coming back my senior year of football. So I went and played the whole summer, 6 weeks. I played rookie league for 2 weeks in Sarasota. I played single A for 2 weeks in Fort Lauderdale. Then I went to triple A for 2 weeks in Columbus, all in the summer. Then I came back, in August to get ready for camp.
That is so wild.
To play my senior year of football. So since I accepted money from pros, I was a walk-on.
That's crazy.
The Yankees paid my scholarship, but you couldn't tell me nothing on campus. Like, you couldn't tell me.
Of course. Yeah, right. Yeah.
I got a neck full of gold. Like, I've been Louis bags. Like that, that's what it's that's when the prime stuff really jumped off because I had justification.
Yeah, for sure. That's amazing.
That's such a crazy world, man. And obviously it kind of primed you up and got you ready for when you went to the pros and played in 2 different professional leagues in the same day.
Yeah, but man, it was my life, fellas. Like to me, it was nothing big because that was my life. Like all my life, I had played baseball, football, and basketball. So even in high school, I remember playing in the basketball all-star game the same day the baseball all-star game was. We played baseball during that day. The basketball game was that night, so I was used to that. So when I got to college, how can somebody tell you what you can't do? And this is the only life I knew. I didn't know another life. So that's why when it got to the pro level, I'm like, how you telling me I can't do this and this is all I know? I don't know no other way.
We definitely played multiple sports growing up, and I tried to do the football basketball thing. When I say I tried, I asked and they said, yeah, you can come on, but you're going to get a football scholarship. You're going to play football until football season's over with, and then you're going to go play basketball. And then there was the whole, you have to be responsible, Travis.
Right.
And that's what I wasn't. I wasn't. The accountability and how responsible you were, you had everything in line. And that's the type of dedication it takes for somebody to be not only just a 2-sport star, but maybe even a 2-position star like you had with Travis Hunter last year.
Yeah, man.
How have you seen him kind of come into his role with Jacksonville? Do you like how he's being used yet, or have you been able to even catch him?
Definitely not. They're not using him enough. Like, you know, like, I seen it with my own eyes on an everyday basis for 3 straight years. So I know what he's capable of, and I know how you got to take care of him. He never practiced on Tuesdays. He's practiced on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. He was ready to play 100 and some snaps on Saturday. So you didn't need to use him on a Tuesday or Monday. You don't use him like that. But Travis is a big kid, man. He just loves the game. He loves football. He loves studying. He loves the preparation. He always had at least 5 hours of study in each week, because we keep that list. We know how much everybody's studying. And he is just a phenomenal athlete, one of the greatest I've ever seen do both simultaneously. Yeah. And he dominated. My rule is I'll let anybody do it as long as you dominate. You got to be dominant. You got to get it done. You got to get it done. I can't let you out there. You getting killed on the corner, but you playing receiver. Like, how did that go?
No.
It don't work.
Obviously, Travis Hunter, the big number 1 pick out there. You've had a couple other players. Obviously, your son Shadore, LeJontay Wester with the Ravens, and Jimmy Horn with the Panthers. I guess as Browns fans, we got to know. Have you been keeping up with Shadore in Cleveland?
Oh,
what's the best piece of advice you've given him as a dad and as a coach?
Be patient and be ready.
There you go.
Be patient and be ready.
That's all you can do.
I don't want you to. They call your name and you ain't ready. Don't let that. We ain't built like that. Sanders, we ain't built like that. We always ready. We don't have to get ready. There you go. Always ready. And I want you to be patient. You don't force none that it may not be time. You know, I drink coffee every morning. There's one thing I do. I don't pull the coffee cup off the darn maker before it's ready. It's got to be prepared, right? Put my ingredients in, I make it right. But I'm like, son, you gotta be ready. You got to be ready when it's time. But when it's time, you're going to know. I say, and it's coming up. You know, I got a prediction. I ain't telling nobody. I got a feeling when it's going to go down. But it's going to go down this year. Right. He's going to get a shot. Happen.
All right.
Yeah, he's going to get a shot.
And that's all you can ask for as a player. All you can ask for is the opportunity, right?
Tell me this, because this was all over the media, because I know y'all keep it a buck. That's why I love y'all to life. And Mama, too. Please tell Mama I said hi.
You know it.
Let me tell you something. How in the world, they made a big deal out of Philly called us on draft day. They didn't mention that. I just let a cat out of the bag. Philly called us.
Okay, no, it's good. I didn't know that. Yeah, okay.
Who was it? Baltimore. And the Browns.
I heard this, yeah.
And the Browns. They forget. Yes. I know. I played for Baltimore, so me and Ozzie are cool. So
there you go.
We understood that whole conversation, and he wanted to talk to Shadore as well as he wanted to talk to me. And I put Shadore on the phone, and Shadore, I don't want to say how it went, but how in the world can somebody fault him for saying or thinking, why in the world would I go back up Lamar for 10 more years? Like, who comes in with that mindset?
No, that's not where you want to go. If the goal is to be that guy and you want to be the player, right, and the quarterback,
and you want to get that opportunity.
Yeah, but where do these guys come from that sit on these platforms and say, oh, you should have sat in behind and learned the game and been what they develop? When have the pros ever developed anybody?
Yeah, it don't happen very often.
By the time you get to the NFL, they expect you to know what you need to do and to do it, or somebody else go get in there and do it. Now, they teach you their playbook, but development and teaching you how to route folks up and you how to block and hold that point, man, please. There ain't nobody taught you that.
You got to figure it out on your own, man.
There you go.
I've been trying to teach some guys that have come in and out of the building or all across that I ask you, you know, how do you run your route like this? How do you run your route like that? I'm like, man, you just got to run it enough to figure it out.
Right.
Like for me, I was a 6th-round draft pick, and I got drafted to a team in Philadelphia that wanted a new center. I was so lucky to get into a position where they were like, just don't fuck this up, Jason, and you can be the starter. Like, we want you to play. And that's like, if I would have went behind Kevin Mawai or you know, I'm trying to think of who the other centers were, the Alex Mack or some of these guys, and sat like, yeah, I would have learned something from, but it was much better for me in my career to get an opportunity to go and play right away. There ain't no question. And if I wouldn't have changed that for a second, don't matter what I'm going to learn or develop anywhere else.
I've never sat on the bench and said, well, I learned a lot today.
That is a fucking great quote. Goddamn, that is a good quote.
Who learns sitting on the bench? Like who does that?
Yeah, you're going to learn a lot more being out there. We did want to bring up, you've been known to rank your kids. What's the latest ranking?
Where are we at right now?
First of all, y'all parents rank y'all. Y'all just don't know. Okay.
No, for sure. Mom's always had Travis number one. I do know.
Listen, and right now, Mom has Jason number one because he has kids.
That is true. She has said that. She has made that comment. She's put some pressure on him.
So what you waiting on, dog? So what you waiting on? You know, like I tell my kids, I know we've had some close calls. I told my kids, you know, we sitting on the edge of the bed like, oh, Lord, if you get me out of this one, I promise you I'll be at church Sunday. I promise you, Lord.
For sure.
But I rank my kids, man, like I love them differently. I don't love them the same. This is honest. I know which one is going to take care of me when I'm older. I know which one is going to ask me for money when I'm older. I know which one it keeps me on my knees in front of God. I know I'm like a book. All you have to do is just describe what happened, and I can tell you which one did it. Like, that's how knowledgeable I am with my kids, and I love them differently.
Let's transition to playing prime time.
Oh, man.
The one that we grew up, I mean, just the incredible, not just play. It wasn't just that you were a player. That was spectacular, but it was everything. The bravado, like the whole show was just incredible to watch, and it all really took off with the 90s Cowboys. So recently, Netflix put out America's Team documentary about the 90s Cowboys. I mean, what was it like playing on this team, Coach?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Like I was just going through like a personal kind of hell at the time. I left San Fran. You know, it's like I needed challenges in my life. I'm like, okay, let me go to San Fran. Oh, okay, we beat the Cowboys. Oh, boom. Jerry Jones wants me to go there. Let me go there and see if we could beat San Fran now. Like, it's like I needed challenges in my life. And, you know, I called Mike, playmakers like a brother to me, man. We had a bunch of Florida boys that played for Cowboys at the time. I said, how's it, man? Because I ain't with no jealousy. I ain't got time for this mess. Every locker room I've been in has been some bull junk. I ain't got time for that. Mike said, we good over here, baby. We Florida boys over here. Emmett, Mike, Big Nate, you know, all my guys, we Florida boys. I said, okay. So it was unbelievable, man. Jerry Jones will go down and should go down as history as arguably the best owner that ever owned a football franchise because of just, you hear media talk about Jerry. You've never heard a player talk about Jerry Jones in a negative fashion because he is unbelievable. I had the luxury to play for Eddie DeBarlo, who was unbelievable, and some other ones, and Steve Bisciotti later on in life. But let me tell you something, man. The Cowboys, you talking about America's team, and when you travel and when you go places, it's probably like it is for Kelce. You know, right now, KC is probably the same way. You guys are with Philly at the end. Well, Philly fans are crazy. They'll kill you, shank you in. It was unbelievable, man. It really was. It was an experience that we were too young and dumb to really know the level of it.
I can only imagine what it was. I mean, it took it by storm, and it literally became the biggest franchise in sports because of those years. Is that like your favorite team that you were on?
No, Atlanta was my favorite team because we had we had so much fun, man. I mean, we got our butts kicked. I think we went to a playoff. But we had so much fun, man. I think we had a team meeting in Magic City every Friday night. You know, it was just crazy.
There we go.
We had so much fun. Shout out to Magic. It was so much fun. But the Dallas Cowboys were different. San Francisco was business. It was like business. And I loved that it was business. But then you got to Dallas and you won like they did in San Fran, but you had fun winning because you enjoyed all your teammates and all the laughter and the banter that went on.
I got to say, from this documentary in Dallas, as an Eagles fan, you're like, or as an Eagles player, and on this side of it, you're taught to hate Jerry Jones. I got to say, I kind of like what I'm seeing. I gotta admit, when like between this documentary and then his deal on Landman, when he talks about buying the franchise and like his family and everything, I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of turning into a Jerry guy. I kind of like what I'm being told.
Let me tell you one quick story about Jerry. Once upon a time, I'm watching ESPN, and this guy is about to go crazy. You remember him, Big Kelce. I call Big Kelce. Lonzo Spellman.
Yes.
I mean, arms hanging down to his knees, just shredded, ripped, just unbelievable. and he was going through something in this like crazy house or whatever they admitted him to in Chicago. And I said, Jerry, I could help him. I could help him.
Yeah.
He flew his jet to pick the kid up, brought him to the Cowboys, and changed his life, man.
That's amazing.
We helped change his life, and he ended up balling out for us, signing another deal. Then he had a decision whether to stay there or go to Detroit or New England somewhere. I think he chose Detroit. I don't know if it worked out, but changed that kid's life, man. But that's the kind of guy Jerry was. Like if you said, hey, man, go get that dude, he could help us, Jerry was going to go get him if he felt like he could help the team. That's the kind of cat Jerry was.
Man,
that's the kind of guy you want to play for, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We wanted to win for him. Zim and, the whole darn shebang, man. We had a great group of coaches. I love me some Barry Switzer, man. That was my dude, man. That was my dude. Barry got me my first bass boat from Jerry Riddle. He called me in the office. I know. He said, man, I heard you like fishing, Prime. I said, yeah, I do. He said, man, you go down there on 35 and ask for Jerry Riddle. Tell him Barry sent you. Man, they gave me a 21-foot pro crab. I never forgot that day, man. I was stunned on the lake. I mean, stunned on the lake, man. Like,
how many you catch that day?
I don't know, but I look good.
But it was
I look good. That was my first time I was a fly fisherman. I don't fly fish, but I was a fly fisherman.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
That's too good, man. Who was the one quarterback you love playing the most? Either out of respect or the fact that he just was silly enough to keep throwing the ball your way.
Cat from the Rams. The cat from the Rams used to always have something for me, man. Oh, what was his name?
Jim Everett.
Jim Everett. Jim Everett had a bow on that thing. He had a bow on that thing for me, man.
My God.
I got a good story. I don't know if it's mine to tell, but I'm gonna tell it. Andy Reid was telling me, I wear your shoes in the facility. I rock them whenever we're on the field. We're not doing like anything up tempo and stuff like that. I'm always rocking your kicks. And he asked me, what are those shoes? And I told him, I was like, they're from the 90s. They're Deion Sanders, Diamond Turfs. And he said, man, he just shook his head and he was like, when we played him, when he was in Green Bay coaching with Brett Favre, he was the quarterback's coach. He said he told Favre before the game, he's like, listen, whatever you do, just not that side of the field. Just don't do it.
Just not that side of the
Just
field.
don't do it. That's not even worth it. Just go over here. You'll be fine. We'll be fine. He said within the first handful of plays, he tested the waters, and he said he walked over to the sideline. He couldn't even look Brett in the face because you picked it up.
Yeah, it was a house call. But you got to understand why Brett tried me. Brett was my teammate in Atlanta.
Oh yeah. Rookie year, Brett.
Before he was traded to the Falcons. The reason he was traded to Green Bay is because Brett used to tell the starting quarterback, Chris Miller at the time, hey, go on out there and mess it up. I'll be in by the third quarter. That's serious, man. Brett was crazy, man. Brett was an unbelievable talent. We knew he was going to be a guy like his rookie year. He didn't know what was going on, where the ball was going. I just know he would just stop on a dime on the scout team and throw a rope 40 yards. Like we knew he had it. And they had to get him out of there because he was putting too much pressure on the starter. But we knew Brett was going to be that guy.
I'll tell you what, I kind of have a similar, because Mahomes didn't play his rookie year either. He didn't play till the last game when we already knew we had the playoff seed locked in. And man, some of those scout team looks.
Oh my God.
Of him just running around, throwing it across it. We're like, man, this is insane. I don't know what we're doing here. This is the most incredible way I've ever seen anybody play the game of football. Yeah. And we're just like, there's no way he can do this in the game. He's got to be a little bit more polished and sure enough, man. The first year he starts, man, 50 touchdowns, 5,000 yards. I'm just like, oh no, he can. He's got the cojones to do it in the NFL too. I
love Andy, man. I love your team and the whole makeup of it, and those personalities. I know once you start winning, those personalities start being taken away from you, and you got to try to replace it with and subsidize some of it, and it's tough. Both of you guys have dealt with that, but
yes.
I love it, man. I just love what Andy Reid represents to the NFL, man. I've always have respected him tremendously, man.
I wouldn't be the same player I am right now if it wasn't for that guy.
Yeah, he showed love to Mike Vick. That's one of the main reasons, because he took care of Mike.
That was the first quarterback I ever snapped to in the NFL. I mean, that was wild.
I was about to say, I saw Jason taking snaps from Michael Vick. I'm just like, oh shit, this is really happening.
You go from the Cincinnati Bearcats to snapping it to Michael Vick. I was like, this is a little bit different.
Wow. Wow.
Let me ask you this. You brought up personalities. Those Cowboys teams, you, Michael Irvin, Emmett, Troy, what would that team do in today's NFL? How would they fare against a Philadelphia Eagles 2024 Kansas City Chiefs team?
I tell you what, man, it would have been a battle. I think I would always say I think we would have won it because because that whole darn offensive line was Pro Bowlers. The whole line. Then you got the tight end, Jay Novacek, killing everybody, like Kelce. Then you got Mike doing what he did, Emmett doing what he did. Then on the flip side, you got Charles Haley coming off that edge. I got this side, just put him on the other side and flush the quarterback, make him throw to me. So we had that thing. Darren Woodson back there doing his thing. Leon Lett. I mean, it was stacked.
It was everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Tony, it was crazy, man.
We just put on that clip of Larry Allen chasing down linebacker, gets that interception. It's still the most impressive thing I've ever seen an offensive lineman do on an NFL field.
Him working out was the most impressive thing I've seen. Him working out in the weight room.
There's that Pro Bowl one where he's doing the bench press. I'm sure you've seen some even better ones.
Yeah, man. But to see the way he worked in practice, I mean, it was violent, man. It was violent. Yeah, he was violent.
Do you think it's harder or easier to be a defensive back in today's game? Or
it depends on what type of defensive back you are. Like, if you're defensive back that they want to see play, they going to ride with you.
Yeah.
And understand, I'm the only guy that swung on a man and didn't get thrown out of the game.
There we go.
We got to keep 2-1 in the game, man.
Got to take care of our stars now.
It would have been interesting. The game has changed so darn much, and, they want to see a lot of points scored. But also, if you stop it, you got to get the fourth. You got to punt it. You got to throw it, man. You got to punt it. You're going to see me one way or another, or I can jump on the offense and play some offense. You're going to see me.
I love it, man.
Are there any like modern corners that impress? Like who are the best in the game?
I don't watch it too much, man. I got to study this college.
Yeah, you got your hands full. Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. I like some of the old school cats, but I don't have time to invest in like I used to.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't have time to put in. I watch Kelce because he's my dog, and he, I want to see what dance he does after he scores.
That's right.
I got a good one for you. Next one.
See, I want to see him walk to the game. I want to see what he's wearing. Then I want to see what he do in the game. Then I want to see what he's wearing. I want to see all that.
Work too hard not to have fun with the prime.
Yeah, but you get it. Like you get it. Tell me, when did you start getting it?
I would say I probably started to really figure it out my second year playing in the league. That's when I finally felt like I belonged, and that's when I really started to get comfortable in my own skin, man. I was always a guy that had fun doing what I wanted to do, but I didn't have the professionalism, that responsibility I was telling you about, why I didn't do dual sport. Once I started to be responsible in how I was conducting my professionalism, that's when I really started to get it and have fun.
Yeah, but you always had the fun with it. Even in high school, you were always like that.
But when did the personality come from? Even you, when did the personality come? How many linemen are on TV? Let's just get that straight.
Well, yeah, that's a unique thing. Yeah, it doesn't happen very often, but
let's just talk about it. All right, how many linemen are on TV now? Let's just get that straight. Do you know how good you have to be to conquer a lineman everywhere and on national commercials? You know how good you got to be there.
101.
All right, fair enough. But I don't got nothing nowhere near the personality that Trav does.
Yeah, but when did it happen? But it had to kick in for you sometime. Like you had to say, you know what? I got something here. Like I got something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You playing with good players, Sean McCoy, Deshaun Jackson, freaking it definitely manifests and sticks on you for sure.
How about both those guys coaching, man? And I love them to life, man. Like those are my guys. I talk to them all the time. I try to encourage them all the time. I'm so proud of them. I don't know what to do, man.
Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Reese's Oreo Cups. Ooh, Reese Oreo, nice. Reese's Cups with Oreo cookie crumbs included. You asked for it. We definitely asked for it, and it is finally happening.
For those of you that don't know, we just said Reese's Oreo Cups. That's right. They also have regular Oreos with peanut butter in the middle. Two fan favorites coming together to make everyone's day a million times better.
Wait a minute. Could Reese's Oreo cups be like the Kelce brothers of candy? Which one of us is Reese's and which one of us is Oreo?
Which one of us is Reese's and which one of us is Oreo?
Yeah.
Are we talking about Oreo with peanut butter in the middle or Oreo with white in the middle?
Just regular Oreo.
I mean, I'm clearly Oreo. I'm a little bit darker.
You gotta love it. So grab these Reese's Oreo cups today, wherever candy is sold. Better yet, grab them right now. Or we're going to grab them first because they are seriously that good.
They are. And we wouldn't lie to you. They're very good. Once again, we need to shout out our partner, DraftKings. All right. Let's build some same game parlays for the people. Brandon.
All right, we've got Lions at Ravens, which is an incredible Monday Night Football matchup to cap off a solid weekend of football. The Lions are underdogs going into Baltimore. The spread is 5.5 in favor of the Ravens. Jason, what do you think?
Yeah, this is a tough one. Detroit looked dominant in week 2 after a shaky start in Green Bay, starting to get their mojo back after Ben Johnson up and leaving them. Ravens look strong in a week 1 loss to Buffalo and beat the brakes off of the Cleveland Browns.
Sorry about your Browns.
Yeah, I think this one seems like it could go either way. Probably high scoring, but you never know.
Let's look at anytime touchdowns then. Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of the most consistent wideouts in the league. The box is going to be loaded up to stop Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. How are we feeling about an Amon-Ra St. Brown touchdown?
I would say I feel good about that.
Jake, why don't you take this next one?
All right, so to me, this game comes down to the running game, and Derrick Henry's Derrick Henry. The Ravens' rushing attack is dominant. They'll beat you with their running back. They'll beat you with their quarterback. I think if I'm the Lions, I'm going to be keying in on Lamar, so I think that Derrick Henry is going to be the one who gets into the end zone. How are we feeling about that?
Ooh, I like that.
Feels pretty logical to me.
Big Derrick Henry guy over here. All right, last one, Monday Night Football. Over or under 51.5 points. How are we feeling?
I think it's going to be over.
Ooh.
You know, the teams combined for 93 points last week, and I think, you know, that's not bad. So a line of 51 is like, it's a fun over. You want, like, when the line's set that high, you want to be rooting for points. So I like the over here.
All right, our SGP for the game comes out to plus 850. If you bet $10 on this and the bet hits, you get $95. Check out all the odds for the playoffs and more over on DraftKings Sportsbook.
Now that everyone knows about some of the awesome bets that are available on DraftKings, you're ready for the game. That's right, it gets better. All new DraftKings customers who bet $5 get $200 instantly in bonus bets and $200 off YouTube's NFL Sunday Ticket. That's right. Get in on the action now with DraftKings. The crown is yours. All right, we're going to get to this next section. It's called We Gotta Ask, all right?
Okay, I'm going to ask back, too. I just want y'all to know.
You were the first athlete to hit a home run and score a touchdown in the same week. Which was harder?
Hitting that curveball.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's got to be the hardest thing in sports, right?
It is.
Hitting?
It is. It is. Consistently. Okay. I wasn't consistent with it, but hitting it, yeah, that was the toughest thing ever.
Got it. All right.
What sport did you love the most, Ron?
Football. I could roll out of bed and do that. I remember we lost in the playoffs on a Wednesday night. We had a Thursday night football game. I remember calling he's passed away now, Whitey Zimmerman. I said, Whitey, get it ready, baby. Get it ready. He said, I'm already a step ahead of you. We was playing the Rams, Los Angeles Rams that Thursday night, and I played that game. I didn't even know half the team. I remember going out there starting, and they was tearing this other corner up. I don't even know who it was. I said, look at man, get out. Right. I just pointed to the guy on the sideline. You get in, call cover 2, kick to him. I got my side on the backside. We good. That's how we going to do this.
So good. So
just
good.
Running it, man. I love this shit.
All right. There's a myth at the NFL Combine. You literally ran the 40 and kept running until you were out of the building.
That's not
Is
true.
this a myth? It's not true?
No, that's not true.
I thought that was true.
No, I ran a 4.2 for breakfast, but the rest of it wasn't true.
Man,
I didn't keep running.
That's one of my favorites.
I'm too respectfful. I didn't.
All right, fair enough.
Now, the bench press part, I was in there engaged in a good conversation. And they do the bench press, and they said, Sanders. And I still was in this conversation, Sanders. I said, no. Ain't nobody finna lay across my hands and let me bench press them in the I'm good. I didn't do that.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
That's a true story.
Another true or false. Didn't finish his Giants interview because they had the 10th pick
Yeah.
and he'd be gone by then. Is that true?
That's true. That's probably why they did with my son. But anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that.
All right, we don't even need to get there. Yeah.
What was more of your signature, your high step to the end zone or the strut when you got in the end zone, the dance when you got in the end zone?
I think the high step to the house.
The high step is what I think of for sure.
The fact that you could do that running 22 miles per hour, high stepping like that, I'm still mind blown because every time I try and high step, I drop back to about 15 miles per hour. Yeah, I'm getting slower. It looks like you're going faster.
You're looking for the look. You look good though, Jordan. You look good though, Jordan. That's the thing.
Well, and how many times has that been replicated? Like, I just think every player has done the high step since then to try and replicate it. Like, that is just such an iconic moment of NFL history. That's the first thing I think of. That's for dang sure.
We got to get Jason high stepping, man.
I can't listen. These hammies can't high step. That ain't in my hamstrings. I wish I could. Is it true that your name is actually spelled Deion, D-I-O-N, on your birth certificate? According to
where you guys getting this stuff from?
We got some good research. We got some good researchers.
True.
That's true.
It's true.
That's true. But let me tell you what I did. So you know, kids going to school, learning how to spell.
Yeah.
And we all learn the song. If I say the first part, you got to finish the second part. Old MacDonald had a farm.
E-I-E-I-O.
Oh, yes.
E-I-O.
E-I-E-E-I-O.
So it was D-E-I-O-N. I got it from Old MacDonald.
What? Is it still that?
That's the way I spell it. On my birth certificate is D-I-O-N, but I've always spelled it D-E-I-O-N.
There you go.
You know how bad you got to be to just change your name and people just go along with it? They just right here, Mr. Sanders.
That's so good. We had our guy, Jets Jake, who worked with you at NFL Network a little bit. He was the one that gave us the intel on that one.
Oh, no, that's a good one. Because ain't too many people know that. That's real.
Oh, he was nicknamed Turtle. You might know him as Turtle.
Yeah, no, Turtle. Turtle was awesome, man.
Oh, yeah.
Turtle?
We got Turtle on the squad.
Oh, man, you got some big time guys, man. Turtle was awesome, man. Turtle, we got some good memories, don't we, Turtle?
Oh, here we go. Turtle's popping in.
Hey, Prime.
Oh, my.
Hey!
Turtle.
I just want to...
Turtle!
How's it going?
Turtle, you know,
Prime, good to see you.
You know what I'm talking about. Mrs. Turtle, Mama Turtle. Right?
We got some good memories. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, we got some good memories. I didn't forget.
Oh, I didn't forget either, Prime. Just man, I gave you a lot of love when we were talking in our production meeting, so I appreciate the shout out.
Turtle, you've been a good man for a long time, man. I'm glad you see these champs, man. These guys are awesome, man.
Dude, 3 of my favorite people on one call right here. It's the best. I'm honored. Thanks, Prime. I appreciate it.
That's amazing.
Coach, whose idea was it for the bandana on the Hall of Fame bus?
Mine.
Had to. It's iconic.
This is how the bandana started. First, it was a wristband. I had a curl when I played for Florida State. And it activated, used to drip down to get in your eyes. So I put a headband on my head, but when I put my helmet on, the headband slipped down, and that's when I started rocking the thing around the neck. That was by mistake. That wasn't.
Oh my gosh!
That was
everyone rocks that look. Everybody rocks that look.
Was by mistake. Then I started putting the headband around it because so it'll hold up. But that was by mistake. The headband around the neck. That was for the curl, and it just slid down.
All by mistake. Swagger just happens by mistake. The guy can't make any mistakes.
It just happens.
All right. You hold the NFL record for career return touchdowns with 19, 9 interceptions, 6 punt, 3 kickoff, and a fumble. Which one is your favorite?
Ooh.
Do you have one?
You got a favorite return for a touchdown?
Yeah. House called in Atlanta.
There we go.
House called in Atlanta because we was on the plane and I studied so darn much and I got this big. That's back when we had to carry this big VCH thing, you know, because you didn't have a little part. You had a little DVD. You had to have the big thing.
Oh my gosh!
Watching on the plane, and I said, I know these guys like a book. I know these guys like a book, and you know, I was setting them up. I backed off. I said they should throw a little 5-yard hitch. They threw a hitch. I went and bumped. I said they should throw a fade. Tried to throw a fade. I said, okay, I got him. We got back down to the 10-yard line. They ran a flood route, offsides. They lined up, ran it again, offsides defense that time. So they went back to the same spot. I cannot believe they ran it. They got in the same formation, trips to the field. I put my back to the sideline, which I never do, and I squatted down real low, and they ran that flood, and I jumped it. But on the plane, I had told Carmen Policy and the late Dwight Clark, I said, I'm going to pick one off, and I'm going to high step him, and I'm going to look at their bench. And I'm a smile at
oh my God. He did exactly that.
I'm not lying. I'm like, God, thank you. So he gave it to me the same way I said it would happen. I said, I'm gonna look at their bench and high step them, because it was a, it was a lot of animosity. I was going back to the crib to play. My former teammates was hating on me a little bit.
Okay. Well,
that's too funny, man.
I can't believe it was all so pre-planned and meticulous like that. That's crazy.
Man, that's study. Yeah, it's preparation. That's all that is.
We know about all the success and all the unbelievable plays like the one you just mentioned right there. For the last question we got for you, Prime, what was your welcome to the NFL moment?
God, what was the welcome to the NFL moment? You mean something negative?
Honestly, it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be, yeah.
Like, I didn't have negative moments like welcome to the NFL. My welcome to the NFL moment was housing that thing on the first game I played in against the Rams.
That's a hell of a welcome. That's a good one.
I mean, and I dropped it, picked it up, and housed it. And I can remember going to downtown to the mall back then when we used to go to the mall, and I bought 11 Gucci watches. I bought 11 Gucci watches for the whole punt return team.
Special teams? Oh, man, this is electric.
Including the special teams coach. And I wrote on the card, every fourth down, I just wanted y'all to know what time it was.
That is so good.
Bro.
I gave it to him the next day. I want you to know what time it was.
Hey, you might be the only person that it doesn't sound like there was an NFL welcome moment for Neon Deion. It was a welcome to Neon Deion for the NFL after that's what it was.
Exactly. Welcome to Prime, baby.
I had just got there a few days before because I was swinging it back. I had just got there. I was with the Yankees. I had just got there 3 days before.
Man, that's electric, man.
So good.
I love you, big guy. Thank you for being you.
I love you.
Just instilling so much confidence and so much of your hard work and how you do things, your walk, your talk, how you played the game, man. I can't thank you enough. From a kid in the 90s, from the swag to the glasses to everything, man. Keep doing you. Always watching you on Saturdays now, just like I was on Sundays, man. And good luck this week. Who you got? You guys got Wyoming coming up, right?
Yeah. I appreciate y'all, man, for keeping it a
Go ahead and get after it, baby.
Taking this thing to another level, what y'all have done, and just putting the lineman on the map, putting the tight end on the map, the tight end, and just being the family, man, and keeping that family, man. I love it. Yes. And you guys have been good to me. You've been good to my kids. You stood up for them and gave them love because you know what time it is. But I appreciate y'all, man, and I love you for it. You know that.
You're the best.
Thanks,
You're
Coach.
the best, Coach. Good luck the rest of the season.
Take care.
Keep doing it, baby. You already know.
All right, and that wraps up another episode of New Heights. Thank you so much to our guests, Coach Prime Deion Sanders. My God. Man, that was a good one. Make sure you subscribe to the New Heights channel on YouTube and follow New Heights in the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen to new episodes of New Heights early and ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts.
Very nicely said, Jason. Once again, New Heights, a Wondery show brought to you by Reese's Oreo Cups. Just go down to the corner store, to the gas station, wherever you get your candy, and get you some of these, man. The peanut butter cups and the Oreo. Oh, damn it. It's good. This shit's amazing.
You'll like it.
Follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S. Thanks to the New Heights production team for always making us look a whole lot better. Big shout out to Turtle. And thank you again to the 92%ers and Prime Time himself, man. Me and you both, baby. Let's get back on the win train.
Donna Kelce is ready for a bigger team. After all, as Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce prepare for their eventual wedding day, the Kansas City Chiefs player's mom is looking forward to the following chapter in their lives. Moms always had Travis number one, Jason Kelce explained while discussing who Donna's favorite son is on the September 22nd episode of his and Travis New Heights podcast. I do know. However, Travis rebutted that the former Philadelphia Eagles center, who shares daughters Wyatt, 5, Elliot, 4, Bennett, 2, and Finley, 5 months, with wife Kylie Kelce, is now their mom's favorite. He added, "Listen, right now, mom has Jason number 1 because he has kids." Meanwhile, Jason teased that Donna has her own game plan for grandchildren, especially when it comes to Travis and Taylor adding to their family. "That is true," the 37-year-old quipped. "She has said that. She has made that comment. She's put some pressure on him." Until then, Travis, who proposed to Taylor at his home outside Kansas City last month, is focusing on his and the Grammy winner's future nuptials. In fact, he shared insight into some of the woes of wedding planning, including choosing between a DJ and a live band. He revealed to Jimmy Fallon on New Heights last week, "Yeah, I think we're live music kind of people, you know?" More than anything, Travis is glad that proposal planning is in the past. Looking back at the experience, he admitted that he was pretty rattled when it came to popping the question. "The palms were definitely sweating," the 35-year-old shared on Fox Sports earlier this month. "I'm an emotional guy, so there were a few tears here and there, but it's been an exciting ride up to this day. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with her," he continued. "She has brought excitement and a joy for life that made me a better man, made me a better person, and made me just that much more comfortable in who I am." While Travis and Taylor wait to trade in their paper rings for golden bands, keep reading for a look back at their enchanted relationship. The NFL fined the Kansas City Chiefs tight end $14,491 September 20th for unsportsmanlike conduct after making obscene gestures during his team's September 14th home game against the Philadelphia Eagles. The incident in question happened after Kelce completed a 23-yard reception from quarterback Patrick Mahomes before celebrating by gesturing to his nether region while facing the Eagles' sideline, as seen in footage shared on social media. And that wasn't the only time that the 35-year-old drew attention for his on-field behavior during that game. During the second quarter, he also pulled off his helmet and slammed it to the ground in a moment of frustration. He was caught on camera during the NFL broadcast shouting, and seemingly appeared to yell, "I'm sick of this st." While the Eagles ended up beating the Chiefs 20-17, the game proved a costly one for both parties. Not only was Travis hit with a fine, but the Eagles running back Saquon Barkley was also slapped with a whopping $46,371 fine during the same game for use of the helmet after appearing to lower his helmet before colliding with the Chiefs' defensive back Shamari Connor. For Travis, this isn't the first time he's received a fine either. He was previously fined $11,255 during last season's AFC Championship game against the Buffalo Bills for taunting Damar Hamlin. While he's had his regrettable moments, the New Heights podcast host hasn't been shy about taking accountability for his mistakes on the field. After leaving his teammate Xavier Worthy with shoulder injury following an accidental collision during the Chiefs' September 5 game against the Los Angeles Chargers, Kelce took full ownership of the incident. "I owe my guy big time, man, X knows it," he told his brother Jason Kelce on the September 10th episode of his podcast. "I felt like I could barely even play the rest of that first half, man. I just gotta be better," he added. "I'm 13 years in the league, there's no excuse for me running into my own guys like that and being able to play fast and help." Keep reading for more about Kelce. 1. Travis Kelce may be inextricably linked to Kansas City, Missouri, for life, but he grew up in Cleveland Heights, Ohio. And the man represents, shouting out his hometown instead of his alma mater, University of Cincinnati, during game broadcasts that include player introductions. Which, as you might guess, has irked some fellow alums. "It's not because I don't appreciate the time I had at the University of Cincinnati, because I do, I cherish it dearly," Travis said in 2019 when he and big brother Jason Kelce were inducted into the Cleveland Heights High School Hall of Fame. "But there was a time when I was at Cincinnati that it wasn't easy for me. It was tough. I got my scholarship taken from me. I did a lot of dumb things. I'm sure a lot of people in this room know someone from Heights that's done a lot of dumb things. To all my friends, I was that guy. And the heights weren't just special to him, he continued, but to every single person up here. How diverse this place is. It builds something in me. Every single thing I do is for this city. It sounds cliché, but I promise you, every single thing I do out there, when you see me dancing in the end zone, that's Cleveland Heights, for you, right there. 2. About that revoked scholarship. After the Bearcats' undefeated 2009 season that included a Big East title, Travis failed a marijuana test ahead of the 2010 Sugar Bowl after partying too hard on New Year's Eve in New Orleans. Not only did he miss the bowl game, the NCAA suspended him for the 2010 season and he lost his scholarship. Finding himself without room and board, he moved in with Jason, literally into his brother's room in the house he shared with some teammates, and took a job as a telemarketer that entailed him asking anyone who picked up if they had thoughts about the Affordable Care Act. They did, and Travis could not wait to get back on the field. 3. Travis played hockey, baseball and basketball before getting into football, and he was a quarterback in high school. In fact, he was a 2-star QB recruit for Cincinnati, and only ended up switching to tight end as a condition of his reinstatement to the team after his suspension. We had an awesome quarterback at the time in Zach Collaros and we needed some help in the run game as well as the passing game, Travis told Arrowhead Pride after he was drafted by the Chiefs in 2013, so I talked to Coach Butch Jones, who was my coach at the time, and he said we need a tight end and my skill set, athleticism and my direction all transferred over and it worked out perfect for me. Or, as he put it to GQ in 2017 while rehashing his unshining moment, everybody my entire life had been telling me I was a tight end anyway. 4. The house at 127 West Nixon Street where Travis bunked with Jason and some fellow Bearcats was the scene of a lot of beer-infused shenanigans. The brothers used to love playing Nintendo 64 for hours, smashing the controls and chugging beers at the same time, college friend and teammate Tom DeTemple told the New York Times before the 2024 Super Bowl. They would just come up with these random drinking games while playing, and they were incredibly good at it. 5. And suffice it to say, Travis is extremely proud of being a Bearcat. It's all about Cincinnati, baby, he told reporters before the 2023 Super Bowl, which the Chiefs got to by beating the Bengals in the AFC Championship game. I've always been extremely prideful of coming from the University of Cincinnati. I finally got my diploma. I try to help out as much as I can. I go back to the university when I can. I just miss being around all those players that I played with, and all the people I met along the way there that have always been in my corner throughout the ups and downs of life. And when he was down in the eyes of the NCAA, he continued, the players, the coaches, the staff that was at the university at the time, really believed in me to be able to turn things around and do better for myself. That was huge for me at the time. 6. Almost a decade after leaving college to enter the draft, Travis earned his degree in interdisciplinary studies in 2022, but didn't pick up his diploma until April 2024 during a surprise commencement ceremony after he and Jason taped a live episode of New Heights at Cincinnati's Fifth Third Arena. The graduate was already holding a can of beer as he approached the dean for his congratulatory handshake, after which he promptly chugged it. And Travis was going to graduate in 2022 but he missed his flight. 7. Largely due to his off-the-field issue, Travis ended up only the 5th tight end picked in the 2013 NFL Draft, going first in the 3rd round to the Chiefs. After which coach Andy Reid, who'd previously coached Jason in Philadelphia, asked the elder Kelce sibling to vouch for Travis. Andy and Travis have 3 Super Bowl rings to show for Jason's endorsement. 8. His hype music may have changed since, but for years Travis listened to Randy Newman's Burn On before every game. I'm an East Side of Cleveland kid, so growing up, I don't know why, but this song brings me back to thinking about family and thinking about where I am in life and how much I appreciate it, he said on the NBC Sports podcast PFT Live in 2017. Let us explain, it's in the opening credits of Major League, the ultimate Cleveland sports movie. 9. Everyone, including Travis, is mispronouncing his last name. While he and Jason have just gone with Kelce sounding like Kelce, it actually rhymes with else. Travis teammate Chris Jones fired off that bombshell on Inside the NFL in January. F. King crazy, right? And the brothers confirmed as much when they confronted their dad Ed Kelce about it on their New Heights podcast. Why in the world did you change your name out of nowhere and now we are Kelce? Jason asked. Why did we think that our name was Kelce for the first 24 years? 27 years of my life, 25 of Trav's. Ed admitted he got tired of correcting people, but urged his son to do whatever you want. 10. The number 87 Travis has worn throughout his time in the NFL is a tribute to Jason, who was born in 1987. If there is a Kelce legacy, two brothers making it to the NFL, it all started in 1987, because this big guy was born in 1987, Travis explained to NFL Films ahead of the 2023 Super Bowl featuring his Chiefs squaring off against Jason's Philadelphia Eagles. 11. Travis Foundation 87 and Running has been a longtime benefactor of Operation Breakthrough, a nonprofit learning center in Kansas City that the athlete has worked with since his first visit in 2015 to read The Cat in the Hat to the kids. Yes, reader, he wore the hat. Since then, Travis has invested in the program's Smart Lab and bought the former muffler shop next door so they could expand and create their Ignition Lab, where the young scholars converted old cars that could have ended up on the scrap heap into working electric vehicles. 12. Travis and Jason call their New Heights listeners 92%ers, in reference to Jason once commenting that a play known as a quarterback sneak worked 92% of the time when all you need is 1 yard to score a touchdown. Fans were apparently quite tickled and basically christened themselves the 92%ers, according to the podcast's website, which likened it to their secret handshake, but in words. Who were the Kelce brothers to argue with that? 13. Travis has 3 personal trainers, Alex Scassel, Andrew Spruill and Lawrence Justin Ing, and, according to The Athletic, one usually travels with him wherever he goes to ensure he remains in football catching shape all year round. Alex, who's also a physical therapist, recalled Travis wanting to go for a late-night run after taking in a slate full of shows during Paris Fashion Week because he missed working out that day. It's midnight, and we're doing sprints over the bridges over the river, the trainer told the New York Times in April. No matter where he is, he finds time to get done whatever he needs to get done. 14. Travis' personal chef, Kumar Ferguson, has been a friend since the 4th grade in Cleveland Heights. He was an amateur cook working as a truck driver in 2016 when Travis called him up and offered him the opportunity. He's like, "Hey man, I want to take my diet seriously, and take it to the next level," Kumar told Vanity Fair in 2023. "I'm like, ST, let's do it." 3 or 4 days later, I was in Kansas City. He's been responsible for everything from stocking Travis' fridge to delivering well-balanced lunches to the Chiefs' training facility. 15. Travis' facial hair is under the microscope more than ever now, so he explained on New Heights that he shaved his off-season beard and kept the stash in 2023 as an homage to the walrus look favored by Andy Reid and decided to repeat in 2024. 16. The $34.25 million 2-year contract Travis signed in April 2024 made him the highest-paid tight end in the NFL for the first time in his career. Which finally put an end to years of chatter about how much money he wasn't making. "My managers and agents love to tell me how underpaid I am," Travis quipped to Vanity Fair in 2023. "Anytime I talk about wanting more money, they're just like, why don't you go to the Chiefs and ask them?" But by then, with many other sources of income having opened up for him, he cared more about the vibes than the paycheck. "I'm like, the free market looks like fun until you go somewhere and you don't win," he explained. "I love winning. I love the situation I'm in. Seeing other players' huge paydays hits you in the gut a little bit," he admitted. "It makes you think you're being taken advantage of. I don't know if I really pressed the gas if I would get what I'm quote-unquote worth. But I know I enjoy coming to that building every single day." 17. Travis has been into clothes since growing up in Cleveland Heights, where his high school was like a fashion show every day, he told Vanity Fair in 2023. Hence the bedroom he converted into a closet, the better to house his designer threads and more than 300 pairs of sneakers, including a pair of size 13 Nike Air Mags that he spent a sizable portion of his rookie year's salary on despite them being a size too small. Earlier on in my career, when they didn't have all these sneaker apps, he explained to the Wall Street Journal, it was whatever size I could get in the shoe that I wanted. While he's very much a Nike guy, and not just because the brand sponsors him, Chuck Taylors also hold a space in his heart because they remind him of fictional baseball phenom Benny, the Jet, Rodriguez in The Sandlot. 18. Among his dozens of investments, Travis co-owns Ohio Brewed Garage Beer with Jason. I think everyone knows I like to have a couple beers now and then, Travis said in a June statement, so being an owner of Garage Beer and heavily involved in making the best light beer is exciting, man. There is nothing better to bring people together than an ice-cold beer, and for Jason and me that is what beer is all about, friends, family and fun. 19. We're sensing a theme when it comes to Travis' guilty pleasure TV choices. Back in the day, it was Gossip Girl, I mean, it's awesome, he said on New Heights. It like a New York high school show with a lot of drama and basically everybody gossiping and talking st on each other. 20. In his 12th year in the NFL at 35, Travis has been more open of late about the toll the game takes on the body. But he's been stoically getting hammered since day one, when he missed his rookie year with a microfracture in his knee that required the first of the 10 surgeries he's had in his career. 21. Travis put it out there, talking on New Heights about his thwarted attempt to give Taylor Swift a friendship bracelet with his number on it when the Eras tour touched down in Kansas City. And after hearing through the grapevine, people in her camp who knew who Travis was and that he wanted to meet her, she contacted him. She told me exactly what was going on, he told Wall Street Journal Magazine, and how I got lucky enough to get her to reach out to me. 22. One of Travis' favorite desserts since forever is French toast topped with whipped cream and syrups. But more recently he's become a fan of his girlfriend's homemade Pop-Tarts and cinnamon rolls. 23. At least one of Travis' ringtones is Chris Farley shrieking, "For the love of God," in Tommy Boy. I told Taylor that I have that world, I've got to introduce it to her, he told Wall Street Journal. The magazine of sharing his affinity for the comedy stylings of Farley, Adam Sandler and Will Ferrell with his girlfriend. I let her know, this is my jam right here. 24. After screaming, "You've got to fight for your right to party," after their AFC Championship win over the Bengals in 2019, Travis inspired the Chiefs to start playing the Beastie Boys song of the same name following every home game touchdown at Arrowhead Stadium. It's like an energy multiplier. That's hard to quantify just how important that is, Chiefs general manager Brett Veach told ESPN in 2020. He plays with that kind of character, charisma, passion, and he brings people along with him. In our building, everybody is friends with Travis Kelce. He is an ultimate energy giver. He elevates everybody's mood, focus, attention, and at the end of the day, he's still fun. But the boisterous celebrant who brought it into their lives admittedly didn't know all the words to the 1986 classic until he was tasked with performing it with Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show in February 2023. The Kansas City Chiefs avoided their first 0-3 start under coach Andy Reid with a 22-9 win on the road over the New York Giants on Sunday night, but a lot of the same problems that have plagued the Chiefs in their first two losses were still apparent in the Meadowlands. The offense struggled to move the ball consistently, with big plays accounting for much of their productivity. That's led to frustrations on the Chiefs' sideline from their star players in the first 3 weeks of the season. We got another example of that on Sunday night when Travis Kelce and Andy Reid got into it in the first half, with Reid and Kelce going chest to chest and bumping each other. After the win, Reid shrugged off questions about the incident, first joking that Kelce is an emotional guy, he's Irish, before explaining he loves Kelce's passion and sometimes he's just got to be the one reining it in. "I love Travis's passion, so I'm okay with that," Reid said. "We didn't have enough of it that second quarter. It wasn't where we needed to be. So within reason, he knows. He knows when to back off the pedal and he knows when to push it, too. That's the part one love about him. I mean, the guy's all in. Just sometimes I have to be the policeman. He's a passionate guy, and I love that part," Reid added. I've been through a lot of things with him, so that's all part of it. I love that he loves to play the game, that's what I love. And it's an emotional game, so I'll take it. It's not the first time Kelce and Reid have had a run-in on the sideline. The two famously got into it on the sidelines of the Super Bowl 2 years ago against the 49ers. They won that game and were able to laugh about it afterwards as well, and as long as the end result is a win, they'll be able to pull positives from those kinds of moments. That being said, it has certainly seemed like frustration has been at an all-time high on the Chiefs' sideline to start this season, and while they had enough to beat the Giants on Sunday, there is plenty still to improve if they want to have a chance at another Super Bowl run. But while we're still in Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's engagement era, only so much is clear when it comes to what the couple are planning for their eventual wedding day. And the key word is planning, because the TNT nuptials will be nothing if not immaculately curated down to the smallest, symbol-laden detail. While Taylor obviously loves to spring a surprise on others, spontaneity isn't what she's known for. Rather, she'll plant Easter eggs for a year in service of her fans' eventual enjoyment, intently weaving together a picture that only becomes clear in hindsight. And when you're the English teacher, you can't just run off and marry the gym teacher without rhyme or reason. Plus, we know Travis is a planner too. That whole friendship bracelet thing? He may not have thought out how, exactly, he'd get it to the girl on the concert tour, but it was quite the calculated gesture. Though as long as it might take to string some beads, it takes much more time to have a custom diamond ring made, and Travis collaborated on the design for his vintage-appreciating sweetheart with Kindred Lubeck of Artifacts Fine Jewelry. And sure enough, comedian pal Andrew Santino confirmed the Kansas City Chiefs tight end had been gaming out his proposal options for months before taking a knee in August. He recalled on Pardon My Take that Travis said during a spring golf outing that he was going to pop the question, but he didn't say when. According to dad Ed Kelce, Travis asked father of the bride Scott Swift for his daughter's hand 16 days before most of the world found out. Travis actually did the proposal maybe 2 weeks, not quite 2 weeks ago, Ed told ABC News 5 Cleveland August 26, the day his son and future daughter-in-law shared the news. More specifically, he recalled getting a celebratory FaceTime from the couple on August 10, 3 days before Travis and Jason Kelce's New Heights episode featuring Taylor dropped in full. He was going to make a big production out of it. Ed noted that same day on the Jimmy and Nath show, the family patriarch making the post-game rounds. You know, wanted to make it uber special. And I told him the same thing Scott told him, asking her is what's going to make it special. Not where you do it. You could do it on the side of the road. Rather, Travis' flower-bedecked backyard at home in Missouri set the scene for the proposal of the year. And now that Taylor and Travis both know they're getting married, the planning can begin in earnest. That one is gonna be easy, Travis, whose Chiefs are 0-2 at the moment, quipped on the September 17 episode of New Heights. I just have to figure out how to win a football game first. Here is everything to know about the Swift-Kelce nuptials for now. It's impossible to picture Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce getting married on a day that isn't laden with meaning for both, or at least for the bride. I love numerology. I love math stuff, I love dates. The renowned triskaidekaphile gushed on the August 13 episode of New Heights, her unprecedented 2-hour appearance on her fiancé's podcast dropping 13 days before they announced their engagement, but, according to Travis' dad, 3 days after they informed close friends and family of their new relationship status. That stuff I find really fun. Whether Travis, who's turning 36 October 5, remains in the NFL after the 2025 season, the final year under his current contract, will also factor into choosing a wedding date. If he doesn't retire, then theirs will be off-season nuptials, any time between the Super Bowl in February and when training camp starts in July. If Travis does hang up his helmet after his 13th season, whoa, okay, that's just weird, then he's free to tie the knot during Taylor's beloved month of October. Or any other time, though the scheduling picture will become clearer once fans know when, or if, Taylor announces a tour for the life of a showgirl. Her 12th studio album drops October 3, and she usually shares tour plans within a month of a new album, as opposed to a Taylor's version release. When Taylor picks out a white dress, it's going to be one to remember. Minus the price tags on her designer ensembles and deceptively simple-looking jewelry, the singer's style is relatable chic, so we're picturing classic with a twist from the likes of Oscar de la Renta, Elie Saab, Louis Vuitton, Zuhair Murad or J. Mendel, all longtime favorite labels. Then, after she takes her vows in an elegant gown, the 5'10" bride will surely change into a party dress more conducive to dancing all night. And we eagerly await to see her nods to something old, something new, something borrowed and something blue. Travis does fashion, too, so he is going to have fun with his wedding suit, whatever form it may take. The fact that he wore shorts to propose, it was a sticky August in Kansas, people, prompted some online dares for him to also wear an elevated pair of short pants down the aisle. But that would be quite the subversive move, and he likely doesn't want to steal attention from the girl standing in a nice dress next to him. Although, if showing off his knees was important to him. Assuring that she did not have a tuxedo picked out for her future husband already, Taylor told Cosmopolitan in 2012, "I don't want him to wonder if it even matters if he's there." Family is everything to Taylor and Travis, so the VIPs automatically include their respective parents and brothers. Presumable best man Jason Kelce also shares at least 2 flower girl-age daughters, Wyatt and Elliot, with wife Kylie Kelce, though depending on when the big day is, little sister Bennett could grow into the role as well. Alas, baby Finley will probably have to sleep this one out. We'll see which of Travis' Kansas City Chiefs teammates make the cut, but he was a groomsman at QB Patrick Mahomes' 2022 wedding to Brittany Mahomes, so at the very least one boy from the football team should be there. He also has a loyal coterie of pals he's been cultivating since his Cleveland Heights days, so that golf and beer-centric bachelor party is gonna be lit. As for the bride, childhood bestie Abigail Anderson has remained a mainstay in Taylor's life. And, while her famed squad has evolved over the years, Selena Gomez is still in the inner sourdough gifting circle, as are Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, despite rumors they've fallen out amid the actress' legal battle. Not to mention, speaking of potential flower girls, Taylor is godmother to Blake and Ryan's daughters. Addressing the band versus DJ question, Travis said on the September 17th episode of New Heights, "I think we're live music kind of people, you know? Ugh, we knew it, we're so on the same page." And whether or not she takes the night off from performing, the bride has quite a few friends who know their way around a microphone. "We're especially looking at you, Chaim." Taylor may love Travis so much she'd marry him with paper rings, but that won't be the case. Once again, if he keeps playing, he may have one of those sporty flexible wedding bands in rotation, but otherwise the scene has been set with the Old Mine Brilliant Cut Diamond, by Kindred Lubeck of Artifacts Fine Jewelry, that Travis picked out for his fiancé. The engagement ring features an elongated center diamond flanked on each side by smaller diamonds, all set in custom engraved yellow gold, and a perfect match for the $27,300 Cartier watch Taylor was wearing when he proposed. Just how massive will this white veil occasion be? Avowed Swiftie Nikki Glazer predicted a big